Welcome back to KeeperRL and Walrus 99 of Hod. I'm Hoosfoos McCabe, and we are going to be rebuilding our minions after last time's complete debacle. Before we get started, though, I wanted to thank a couple of commenters for some suggestions. One was Jarface Killer, who suggested that I use the restrict gear setting here. And what that lets you do, as you can see, it lets you restrict a particular minions, and any minion, lets you restrict their gear to just certain things so that they can or cannot use those things. So, for example, we could tell all of our wizards, we don't have any wizards anymore, we could tell all of our archers that we only want them using basic equipment. So we just go down this list here. And in fact, we could tell them we just want them using none of this stuff and just use range stuff, and maybe, no steeds or something like that. Or we could turn off everything and just say range stuff. In practice, I don't use this that much because, as you saw, I like to create enough iron equipment for all my folks. But I think Jarface Killer was suggesting it because what I was doing was I was doing a bunch of micromanagement of the equipment. So you can see that this elven archer has just leather, and I kept going over to our wizards or going over to our warriors and moving iron stuff onto them and taking things off of the wizards and stuff. And so that's what the restrict gear thing would let you kind of do automatically. I rarely use this, but you absolutely should use it. This is actually one of the things about KeeperRL that is so wonderful, is that there's so many different options available to you. We haven't even gotten into the different AI type or the different activities that you can restrict or any of that stuff. So thank you, Jarface Killer, for this suggestion. I really, really appreciate it. The other suggestion that was made was by Xruglia. Xruglia reminded me that you absolutely do not need to convert prisoners in order to have them do work for you, including crafting. So if we capture a high-level dwarf or a blacksmith, we can leave that person as a prisoner, and they will craft for us. And the risk, of course, of trying to convert them is that you have a 50-50 chance of converting or killing, so we could lose a really good crafter by trying to convert. And also, they take up a population slot, and we'll see as we do more prisoner stuff. But first, actually, we need some minions. The other thing that Xruglia reminded me of is that we definitely want to create a magma forge. We haven't yet found magma, but once we do, we will definitely create a magma forge. Magma forges essentially just let you make better stuff. So we'll do that, and then we'll move our insane artificer, who I think we should rename our insane artificer to, let's call this one Crazy Pants. Yeah, I like that better. Crazy Pants. So for today we are going to reconstitute our troops. We're down to 4 minions. And how do we still have a goblin warrior? I thought actually, maybe I forgot to add this person to the team. That's good, because it saved their life. Damn it. Okay, so we have lots of headroom, and we need to figure out what we're going to do. We can't really go down here. Oh, a harpy. Extra range damage training potential. That is excellent. We're going to take that harpy. Let's go just check that harpy out. So you can see that this harpy has a limit of 9, and I believe the default, Elven Archer has 3. I think the harpies have 5 and not 9 by default. We'll find out. Yeah, let's pick up the pace. So we have to figure out what we're going to do while we're waiting for minions to appear. We could, by the way, recruit all 4 of these vampires, but we're not under threat by the enemies on the map. So I thought we could just take a look around and do stuff while we wait for potential minions to show up. We're good on both wood and stone, so we're not going to mine this. I'm just keeping an eye over here in the lower left-hand corner. We don't need another artificer. Oh, you know what we're going to need, though, is we're going to actually be short on... Oh, we get some gold. We're going to be short on resources. Excuse me, we're going to be short on equipment, right? If we go look at our... Yeah, if we go look over here, you know what's probably easier? Let's go over to our harpy, and they've already put on iron stuff, so there was enough iron stuff around. And they're training up in their melee, and then later they'll do their archery. We do need a priest because we lost ours. Although I was pretty quick to take that priest. I'm going to be a little more cautious. I really want... So the advantage we have now is that we can get guys with the special bonus things. So I will try to be patient and remember that. And you know what? Since all of these guys have survived, I feel like they should have some quarters. So let's give everybody their own quarters. Assuming we have enough room. Which I think we do. Does anybody not have quarters? No. That's everybody. Okay, very good. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to turn these individual coffins into quarters. And we'll put the vampires in there. Or our one vampire in there. Because it's not like our vampire was, you know, super special and somehow survived. They just were vulnerable to sunlight, so they didn't come with us to begin with. So let's try this. I've never done this before. It seems very silly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all of these into quarters. And there'll be individual one tile quarters. And then now this guy does have quarters assigned, which with very little luxury, but it's funny. So you can do this kind of stuff. He's just hanging out. Okay, who's this? Artificer. Entertainer? Oh, that's interesting for an artificer. But no. No priest. No, we're not gonna take that wizard. Aha, a werewolf. Yes, we definitely want a werewolf. And we can assign... Wait. Yeah, this is unassigned. Let's assign our werewolf some quarters. So now our barracks are not going to be used. We can't do any traps yet, can we? No, not until we learn traps. So obviously a rebuilding episode. So I'm not going to make you watch everything. I will edit this one pretty heavily. And make sure that, you know, we have some decent action because, you know, it's not that much fun to just watch nothing happen and or watch someone wait. I think what we will do, though... So there's a risk in doing what I'm about to do, but we could dig down further. The challenge being somebody might come up and attack us and we really can't defend, but this is kind of how we learn. So let's go here, do some torches, and we're going to make a stairway. Comes our imp to help. Who are you? Oh, here come all our imps to help. Oh no, they were already down here. They were going upstairs. Maybe they're taking a break. Oh, what are you? Extra damage training potential. Oh, range damage training potential. You know? Okay. Okay. I don't mind having an archer, excuse me, a warrior that can use a bow. In fact, let's go see. So you have, yeah, you have range. I mean, it's only 2, but it's not terrible. Actually, it is terrible now that I think about it because they're not going to be able to get bypass his allies. Yeah, that was a mistake. Let's take control of you and send you outside. Oh my gosh. Sorry, warrior dude. Far wrong. But I can't help it. Walrus is just an evil guy. I mean, and he doesn't care. Yeah. Bye. Okay. Well, I'll try to be better. I love Shaman, as you know, but I do want to... You know what? We're taking a Shaman. The Shaman by themselves are just so amazing. Let's go back down to here. And Ainz. One of my favorite minions in another playthrough, in the Clarice playthrough, was named Ainz. Okay, let's get back down here. See what's on level 9. So there is... We're down here, as a reminder, sitting in this... Actually, here, look. Sitting here in these tree shrooms. So there's a surprise here. What we're going to do is we will dig out these tree shrooms, because why not? But we're not going to get anywhere near that surprise. I don't know what happened to the music. Just kind of disappeared. Yeah, you guys beat that stuff up, please. We don't need another artificer. there's definitely risk in doing this, continuing to dig down when we don't have good courses, but I'm going to take that risk, in part because I'm impatient, and in part also because I'm impatient. Alright, guys. Give us level 10. What do we got? Okay, this is getting a little bit concerning to me, but look, no surprises. We get some iron ore and some gold. I would like some lava. But there might be lava here. We don't know. So we're going to dig out to these things, and we can just clear mine, or strip mine, excuse me, everything, and maybe we'll get some lava, and then we can create a magma forge. I also hear dripping sounds. Maybe we'll get lucky and we can make enchanted stuff too. There's enchanted workshops and enchanted jewelry tables. Let me see. Yes, dig you up. Whoa. This is great. It's this way. Whoa. No, 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 no. This way, when we do get into combat... Where? Is that all the resources? There we go. When we do get into combat, we will have all the equipment we need for our minions. Oh, what are you? Resistant to magic. See, now this would be just a better priest for us. Okay, let's go kill our other priest. Let's see. You are resistant to magic. Okay, so hold on. We're going to take off all your gear. I forgot to do that with the other guy. So that's no good. And then we're going to control you. And we're going to send you up to ground level. This is so mean. But what are you going to do? I mean, Walrus is just, he's evil. I mean, what are you going to do? We'll confirm that. Bye. And let's go back down to here. Oh, our shaman. Did I assign the shaman these quarters? I did. You are unassigned. That goes to our new priest. Let's get down to level 9. Oh, excuse me, level 10. How you guys doing? We'll put some torches in here. Well, while we're waiting around, why don't we make some more quarters? Can't hurt. We're going to make enough stuff for all the minions that we're going to have. Aha! Hates all elves? I don't think so. That would kill our archer. Let's do... Actually, hold on. Let's go over to our warrior. And what we're going to do is we're going to nix that and see what we have. So, we do have just this one sword. But we do have some extras. We have the elven swords that these guys really doesn't... Okay, we're going to equip this elven sword on this guy. Let's see what we have for iron stuff. Okay, we just have... Yeah, we basically need iron stuff for everyone. How about helms? We're pretty good on helms, so we only need a few of those. I'm looking over here at the iron. Oops. So let's go ahead and give this guy his helm. The gloves. We have a few pairs of iron gloves, and everybody's wearing some, so we'll do that. What about iron, armor? We need a bunch of armor. Yeah, we have 21 leather armors. And boots? We have basically no boots. Okay, we need, I mean, unsurprisingly, we need stuff for everyone. So why don't we tell Crazy Pants? Oh wait, hold on. Swimmer. Oh, that's good. We'll take that. Swimming is great for the goblins because they can get pulled into the water, say, by a kraken, and that'll drown them. So even if the kraken's not very buff, it can wreak havoc on our troops. Anyway, let's make a few swords. We've got plenty of iron right now. We'll make a few chain armors, a few more helms. We'll make 5 of these. I think gloves, I don't even remember. You know what? We're just going to make a bunch. We'll go through them. Shields we definitely needed. So we'll make all those. Extra spell damage training potential and resistant to magic. Well, priests don't do spell damage, so I'm not going to kill another priest just because that one can do spell damage. Let's put our priest in here. We have 2 warriors, so we'll add that other warrior in here. I didn't add our harpy. It's good to know that our vampire won't come out with us if it's daytime. We've got our elven archer in here? No. Oh. I guess I screwed that up too. Priest, shaman. Oh, I did. Wow. Okay. Everybody's there. Oh, what are you? Can see in the dark. That's useful, but I still think we have the latitude to pick ones that are better. Oh! Okay, this is great. This is one of the reasons I create a poetry table. So, Walrus 99 has summoned a friendly demon. It's a Heller Draw. And you can see it here. Thamel, the Heller Draw. And it can be, oh my god, it can be a steed. They only last, these demons only last for 500 turns, but they can be incredibly helpful for going to get experience. So what we're going to do is, and here it is, Legendary Beast, we're going to control this guy. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Let's see what he got. He's got a Bite of Fire. Fangs of Fire. Amazing. It's used when no weapon is equipped, and I don't even know if they can equip... No, they can't equip stuff. That's fine. What is this? Multi-weapon skill allows using multiple weapons in a single attack. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So they're immune to acid, resistant to fire, resistant to melee, and somebody could ride them, but we're not going to ride them. We're going to control them, and we're going to go out on the big map and see, oh, we could try to exact vengeance upon these unicorns. That might not be a bad idea. We could also take out these lizard men. So the advantage of doing this is obviously we can get enough experience to level up and gain knowledge. The disadvantage is this demon is going to go away. So any experience it earns for killing guys is lost, and so it doesn't go to our minions. But this is a great way that we can level guys up. Or excuse me, that we can level ourselves up. So, you know what? I think Walrus is still pissed at these unicorns. Do you fly? No, you're vulnerable to magic. Oh, I did not see that. That's not... Actually, no. Then forget it, because the unicorns are using magic minions, right? Yeah, let's go have him take on the lizard men. Well, we might not even have him take on the lizard men. We'll get experience for killing these guys, like for any unknown, any surprise, excuse me. So let's go. I hear a horse. What are you? You're a camel. We're gonna order this camel's capture. Okay, you're down. Knock knock. Aha! Now, I don't want to capture any people right now. because... How wounded are we? We'll be fine. I don't want to capture any people right now because we'll have a prison break for sure. There's a guy. Come here. You don't have any... No. This minion doesn't have any ranged weaponry. Come on. Oh, damn it. Oh my god. We were killed by a camel. I've never had one of these demons die so easily. Oh, what a disappointment. Wow, what a disappointment. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, what do we got? Resistant to magic shaman? Oh yeah, we can... Oh no, I right-clicked. Okay, well, I got rid of that camel. I meant to capture it as a minion. I mean, as a slave. Resistant to magic. Huh. Well, do we want a second shaman? Yeah, okay. Oh, extra spell damage training potential? Heck yeah. Okay, let's put our other shaman in here. And our other... Oh, I acquired 2 shaman? Wait, okay, I gotta pay more attention here. Resistant to magic. Yes, has a high... No? Oh, they both had higher spell training limits, I guess. Maybe. No, I screwed the pooch is what I did. I'm really sucking today. Let's make some Corinthums. Cornuthums, whatever. Do we want to give these to our guys? Sure. We'll do one more of those. We've got the gold. Let's do a couple of them. And let's make sure we have an extra. You, vampire, you're resistant to fire. See, that's great. We need another iron training dummy, though. Let's make another iron training dummy. Normally, I like to leave a lot of room around the dummies. Yeah, actually, we're gonna get rid of the wood dummies. And just put in iron training dummies. But we still are gonna need more dummies, right? Yeah. So, maybe we dig... Let's see, this is not gonna be quarters. Yeah, let's expand our training room. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get a little creative, and my emphasis is on just a little. Let's prioritize this, and hold on. We're gonna. Whoa, no, don't prioritize that. We're actually going to. We're going to remove this and this, and no, we're not. What we're going to do is, we're going to put all our iron training dummies here, and we're going to put wood training dummies here. I wanted to put the iron ones here, but I don't want to waste the iron destroying these. That just seems silly. What else do we have? Right. Okay, you need to hurry up and make this dummy. Can you prioritize that? Thank you. I still think we're going to need another one. Nope. Okay. Now have another resistant to fire vampire. I love it. What are you? Blind. No. No, we don't want that skeleton. Here comes one of our shaman with all their little minions. Let's throw in some torches. Oops. And we don't need another artificer. But we are going to make some wooden dummies. No, we're going to make some torches first. Now we'll do the wooden dummies. Aha, okay. Lock this door. Unlock this door. Our imps will come grab this stuff. And are you done making everything? You are. You made everything we needed. Now you're eating a little food. It's well deserved. We're going to prioritize calling that so that our minions can put on the stuff. I'm gonna listen to the chickens. Oh, that was a vampire making that noise. We don't need that. What do we have for warriors? I wonder if we could go... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be a little impatient. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go out, once it's nighttime, we're going to go out and take on a few easier guys so we can start getting a little experience. We don't have to take on the lesser or main villains. We can just do other guys on their little territories. Oh, how are we doing for... Let's see, this is... Okay, let's finish these off as well. And we do have a lot of wood. So I think we're going to put wood on all of the floors. Doors in here. And we need to do beds, of course, just 2 basic beds to begin with. Except for this one. We'll make this one a little bit snazzier because it's bigger. Let's do a fine bed in here. Put it here. We'll still put a painting in. Right over the bed. And we need torches in here. Oh, you know what we also need is painting canvases over each bed. This one, because it's a little bit snazzier, we can give it maybe a fountain. Put a fountain here. Then we're going to reinforce the walls. Oops. Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Finished reinforcing these walls. Oops, did I just mark that for me? Ah, who cares? And these rooms need more torches as well. Torch here? No. Which lets us do... Oh, no, no, no. Ah! Damn it. Can't have a torch in the wrong spot. Okay, our imps are working on that. And then what we're going to do is add a little bit of extra luxury to these rooms by sticking down wooden floors. I'm going to do a nice strip here of this floor. Then we're going to do the other floor across the rest of it. Oh, look at that. I gave everybody fine beds before. I forgot that I did that. Well, too bad. Too bad for everybody else. Oh, this vampire. Just a second. Okay, we're gonna... Yeah, this... Okay, we assigned this this to somebody, but this vampire doesn't have quarters. So what we'll do is assign something to Vladimir. There we go. Who else doesn't have quarters? Oh, okay, hold on. We don't need a coffin, though. Look at all these guys we acquired. Okay, everybody has quarters. We're up to 13. I haven't been watching our numbers. I also haven't been watching these guys. Does not trigger... I love the werewolves. How many turns do we have left? Not enough, I think. Hold on. Let's do some iron training dummies. Damn. I don't like putting one there. We could put one here. We could put one here. Okay, this will give us plenty. We're going to try to get that werewolf. Oh, we need 2 more. Ah. We're not going to be able to get it. No. Oh well. That's okay. Somebody else will come along. Did I prioritize something else? Oh, we can lock this door and unlock this one. Guys are putting in torches and building the floor. That's what you're hearing. Okay, so this warrior, we're not going to take him because I hate managing insane warriors. But, God, what a great warrior, though. +8 defense against non-humanoids. And, of course, the insanity +13 damage bonus. So our imps are still working. Who is this? This is Like. Like is still working on this iron down here on level 10. And, oh, and is working on the stone. But we do have the gold already. Gold was here. Nope, that was the iron. The gold was here. Oh, another harpy? No, we'll wait for a bonus harpy. Wait, look at this. We've got now another friendly demon, this eunuch. Triska the eunuch. Eunuch Creed. They have an axe of bleeding. We could train them up even. How much damage do they do? They already do a huge amount of damage. They also are really good at forging. Oh. Wow. Well, we can't do anything with a morgue table. It'd be neat if we had a jewelry table. We could put them to work on that. And they do have multi-weapon attack. Could we... Okay, we're going to let them get their gear. Now we're going to control you. We're going to do this again. Let's go out to the lizard men. And we lost our dude over here. Wait, no, we lost our dude right here. Who was left? Yeah. Okay, so that's experience for us. We're going to order the capture of this... Oops, I killed that camel. We're going to order the capture... Oh. Can we get this guy? Okay. Now our imps can ride that thing. This is a lizard man. These are one of the bad dudes. But we're going to capture you. Okay, our guy is taking some damage. You can let them train up. And so you don't get as hurt. Oh, look at that. We lost body parts. Wizard? No. Wizard. Uh-oh, okay. Do you have any spells? No. Okay, this guy might die, but that's okay. Because he's gonna disappear. Hey. Okay, he's gonna disappear in a few hundred turns anyway. These lizard men are really hammering our friend here. They are also faster than our friend. Hey, but we are doing well. Just need to be cautious. Come on, come on. Yes. Oh, we died. That's okay. That's okay. We capture... Now, do we actually capture this guy? We do. So we're going to capture this raven. And then you'll notice we have... Our imps can ride them. So we're going to say... Well, we'll see. The imp should ride the raven. Let me just double check. Where is that raven? Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. Oh yeah, no, steed. There we go. Okay, so later we'll see that the imps are riding a raven. Oh, okay, and the lizard men are going to come attack us. We triggered them because we killed their tribe members. That's okay. We'll take all this stuff, and we got that axe of bleeding, by the way. So... do we want to... So here's the problem. Here's the problem. We know these guys are triggered. You know what? It's daytime, so let's take our vampire... let's take our vampires out of here. Vladimir and Bogdan. The rest of you... only have one werewolf? Are you in there? Yes, I see you there. Did I put the wizard in? We've got our two warriors. We've got our shaman. We've got our priest. We've got our archer. Let's just go. We're going to go out to the lizard men, and we're going to try and finish them up. There we go. Okay, yeah, take out those goats. And that child. You must kill the children. Okay, now, the lizard men were down here. There shouldn't be many of them left. Yeah, kill that goat. Can these be steeds? Nope. There we go, there's a lizard man down. Here comes one. Trying to be sassy. That one's dead. Oh, I saw one. Alright, we defeated them. Now they won't attack our base, so we don't have to worry about guard zones. And we will get experience for that. Let's see what we got here. Potion of healing. I'm just going to carry that on Walrus. The rest of these things we can loot. What are you? Oh, you're a shopkeeper. Oh, but you're hostile. So are you going to attack us? Oh, well, we're going to attack you. You're down. We're going to get all your stuff. Amazing. Amazing. Well, while we're here, let's do... Oh, is that all for the surprises? Could be. Could be. Oh, there's something. There's some animals. Let's knock on these doors. Yeah, this... I think we have exhausted this place. I didn't realize there were so few surprises. Let's take a look. Yes. What is this? We didn't go in this house? Okay, we want to be thorough. Yeah, I guess we didn't go in there. But there's nothing there. Let's go over to... Should we try the unicorns again? Feels risky. Feels risky. We're gonna go there. But this time I think we're gonna avoid the unicorns. Where are we this time? We're down here. We're gonna go east. So we can avoid the unicorns. We'll come back and get the unicorns some other time. No, we won't. There they are. Oh god. No, I don't feel good about this at all. Let's go home. And we're gonna disband. Wow, look at all those dudes we killed. Mostly animals. So, okay, now this is a problem. We've now triggered Thorum, the dwarves. Because I guess our minions pissed them off somehow? Yeah, I guess so. Let's pillage the lizard men. Oh, shopkeeper corpse, very nice. Very nice. Children's corpses. Very nice, very nice. So I think I'm going to recruit one more vampire. We did level up, but didn't quite get 2 levels. Not sure yet what we want to do there. Let's go ahead and put... Okay, we're going to go on slow. And now... Oh, what are you? Nope. We don't... Nope. Nope. One day it might be interesting to try a playthrough with just magic-wielding minions. So what we're going to do is we're going to put... Kind of undermine myself with this eyeball here. What we're going to do is put some guard zones in. So we will... we're going to put in some guard zones. So we're going to assign melee to here. And we're going to do guard zone 2. I'm going to leave this open. I do guard zone 3. I'm not sure who I'm putting where, except these are going to be the melee guys. So let's go ahead, and the way you do this, so the idea with a guard zone is that your minions will stand there when they don't have something else to do. Well, actually, they'll take turns standing there. That is the thing that they will do. So the way we're going to set that up is we're going to go to warriors. We don't have a lot of guys that can do this. We're going to go to activity, and we're going to say guard zone 1. So we want to allow this for all goblin warriors. We could disable it by going here. This is how you set the priorities for your minions, and I'll go into more detail of this on a separate episode. But right now, what we're telling our goblin warriors to do is go to guard zone 1 when they can. Who else do we want there? We want our werewolves there, so they also can go to guard zone 1. And you can do this individually. We're doing it for all werewolves. And in fact, we are going to tell our vampires to go there as well. We're going to tell our archer and our harpies as well. See, right now it's eating. You can see the activity that it's doing right now by the pig. So the pig here is eating. We're going to say guard zone 3. Nope, we're going to say guard zone 2. The reason I was hesitating is because I want to make sure that anybody we put in guard zone 3 has arrows bypass allies. I don't believe that all magic spells will bypass allies, so we can put them in this blue guard zone. So what I did was I assigned this archer, this elven archer, to purple. That's guard zone 2, and we're going to do the same thing with this harpy. They should also have arrow. Sorry, I'm going too quickly. They have arrows bypass allies as well, so we're going to assign them to guard zone 2. And I don't believe we have any other archers. Okay, so you can see these two guys are waiting. Here, they're in guard zone. We do have a wizard, so we're going to assign that wizard. Oh, he does have arrows bypass allies. So arrows and other projectiles bypass allies and only hit enemies. So we can put them in guard zone 2. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we may not put anybody in the cyan guard zone here to begin with. And shaman are a little bit different. They just have their minions here. So what we're going to do, they don't do like ranged spells. So what we'll do with them, we'll also put them, actually let's put them in guard zone 3. Puts them a little closer to the action, but that's okay. I don't think there's a lot of risk there. And is that everybody we want to assign? I think it is. I think it is. Maybe we want a priest. You know what? Let's assign the priest to guard zone 3 as well. And then they can maybe cast some healing spells. We'll see. Whoops. Let's pick up the pace. I don't know if these dwarves, Thorim, the dwarves, I don't know if they are really going to attack us. Thorim, here they are. Minor villain, aggravated by our minions. They may or may not ever come to us, but if they do, then we're ready, and we'll probably be able to kick their butts. Meanwhile, let's figure out what we want to do for our next technology. You know, I'm a huge fan of traps. Huge fan of traps. They can essentially make your entrance impregnable. Jewelry is also amazing because then with rings and necklaces you can get all sorts of extra stuff. Wow. Or we can make our magic users more powerful. So let's see. One thing you can do is you can actually check out this. If you hover over the spell schools that your magic users have, you can see what they get. So right now, Walrus is limited to level 7 because we don't have the better bookcases. And we can't make golden bookcases until we get Master Sorcery. See, it's right there as one of the unlocked construction. So, but we could do it. We could do it. And if you hover over his mage school, he can then get speed, a defense bonus, advanced teleport, which gives you much more control and distance, I believe. Expert magic missile, which just does more damage, and then he can turn himself invisible. Let's see if our priest, you're limited anyway. So he's not going to be, this one's not going to be able to get above 7, and apparently it doesn't matter. Shaman, this one has limited 12. I believe the way this works, and please somebody in the comment section, please in the comment section correct me if this is incorrect, but my understanding is that the higher the training level for a shaman, the more powerful their minions are. I also believe their experience does that. I'm not certain though. This is spell damage, right. So I think this affects the damage their minions do. Let's see if we can hover over a minion and see. This minion has 36, 34, 35, that kind of stuff. I believe that is correct, that the spirits the shamans summon become more powerful as the shaman gets more experience and higher magic level. Let's take a look at this wizard. They have a mage school, so they're the same magic school as Walrus. And you guys don't have magic, right? No. And you can't necessarily, even though we looked over here a few episodes ago at spell schools, you can't necessarily get all these spell schools on a single playthrough. Different keepers and different minions have different spell schools. And you can't necessarily get all types of minions on each. Oops, I just took that warrior. I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. Different keepers have the ability to get different minions as well. Anyway, so let's go back to here. I don't think we want to take pig breeding. That'll allow us to expand our population. I think we want something that allows us to dish out more damage or protect ourselves, like traps. Traps is so good. These are good things, but we don't have adamantine, infernite, or adoxium right now. Might be alchemy or jewelry. I'm not certain. You know what? I'm going to leave this. Folks who have experience with the game, since clearly some people are watching that do have the experience, and obviously, as I mentioned last episode, folks in the Discord certainly have experience. I would love for you to suggest what we ought to do next. I love almost everything in here, as I've mentioned before. So tell me what you think we ought to do. There are no really wrong choices, although I do think pig breeding would probably be a wrong choice, but maybe not. Actually, maybe not. Distillation I never take because I suck at moonshine and drunkenness, but we could try it. We could try it. Yeah, if you have a suggestion for what we ought to do for our next research, please let me know. And if you have any other suggestions or corrections or any comments, please make them. I really appreciate that the community is contributing to this playthrough. And I will see you soon. Please remember, by the way, to have your pets spayed or neutered. It's very important.